Hi, welcome to AFTV. Robbie, it's time for player ratings. Bit of a shake-up in this player ratings in the 11, which is nice to see.
The ratings will be better than last week, that's for sure. You know what I mean? I can see it. City, remember those?
Oh, really
bad.
bad.
Going, Robbie, man, you didn't give no one. Everyone got a 4. I go, well, listen, man,
that was generous.
Yeah, but today's different.
Okay, let's start with Aaron Ramsey. I always talk about he makes one key save every game, and there was one today.
He made it when it was 1-0.
Yes.
That Madueke was their best player by far. And scored. He had a shot. No, actually, no, it wasn't him. It was Chilwell, wasn't it?
Chilwell.
Yeah, it was Chilwell. Yeah, and it was a good save by Ramsdale.
Yeah, it was going top corner.
And that's about all he had to do for the whole game, if I'm being honest. But he did what he had to do. Let's give him a 7.
7. Okay, let's go to right back. Ben White today.
Yeah, Ben White was a lot better.
Definitely.
He's overlapping runs and stuff like that. A lot better performance. You know what I mean, than in the last game. 7. It's
better than the 4s that you said from last week. It was a win today. Let me go to, normally we'd see Saliba there, then we'd see Rob Holding. Today was Kivior.
Yeah, Kivior did all right. I thought at first he was very nervous, man. I don't know if you remember, like right at the start of the game, he's a header. He just bounced. He let it bounce, and I'm like, oh my God. And then he had a couple of other nervy moments after that. But then he grew into the game. You know what I mean? And I think it's we as fans, we forget. You know what I mean? This guy is making his full debut in a London derby.
Yep.
He's going to be nervous, isn't he? He's going to be nervous. You know what I mean? We at this moment can't tolerate any errors because of where we are. So
it's a lot of pressure.
I thought he rose to the pressure. You know, he started off a bit shaky but rose to it. So I'll give him a 7.
7, fair. Let's go to his partner today, which I'm very worried about come Sunday.
Yeah, listen, man,
if
he's out on Sunday, I am very, very worried, man. You know what I mean? Because I thought he played well today as well. And I'll give him a 7 as well, but we need him. I was surprised that we didn't take him off earlier. Because he looked like he was struggling. What was it, an ankle or something?
Well, he was moving gingerly for a long time, but Arteta seemed to make the change.
I mean, let's hope he's all right by Sunday, because if not,
we're getting our boots on.
I'm very worried. I mean, you know what? He don't get the respect he deserves, right? I mean, the yard man saying earlier, for next season we have to get rid of Gabriel. I'm like, what are you talking about, man?
Really? He said that?
That's what he said. Watch the interview I did with him. I don't know.
Yard,
you know, that partnership with him and Saliba was brilliant this season. Obviously, that got disturbed. You know, any top partnership that gets disturbed. You know what I mean? You speak to City fans, and they'll say to you, it ain't until Diaz has come back in with John Stones that they've looked solid. If you look at United, it's been, that partnership of Varane and Martin. Every team, you know what I mean? Same with Newcastle, Fabian Schär and Botman.
Yeah.
So you need, if them partnerships get disturbed, it does make a difference. You know what I mean? I don't know what this man was talking about.
That's crazy, by
7.
the way. 7. Okay, left back. Been criticised by some fans today. Zinchenko.
He played well, but he was asleep on the goal by the looks of it. And he's got to start getting it out of his game. He has his little moments, his little lapses where he just, as a senior player, I know he's still a young player, because he's only, 25, Zinchenko? 24, 25? But as a senior player, you know what I mean, he's cut that out. You know what I mean? I think Arteta will be, infuriated with the manner in which we gave away that goal. I wanted us to keep a clean sheet today, and we didn't. So, but going forward, and in general, he's breaking the lines, and he was brilliant. He was brilliant. So for that little error on the goal, probably a 6.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Maybe feeling a 7 because he did actually. He actually played 6 because that was the error.
It's his fault, and
it's not all about going forward. You're a defender.
Defend first. Yeah,
6.
6. I think that's fair. Okay, let's go into the midfield. No Partey. He saw Belgium every time you mention. It's time for him to be dropped. Time for him to be rested. Belgium appears with anger.
Yeah, I called it in the when me and James done the preview. I said I dropped Partey. I think he's had a poor game. Listen, he's been excellent this season, but if a player's having a rough time, take him out. The last couple of games, he ain't played well. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Right, so I was like, bring in Jorginho. Jorginho is his old club he's playing against. He'll be motivated, and he played very, very well. Very, very well today. I'll give him a 7. I thought he was good in there.
7s are flying out today, I'll be honest. Let's go to Granit Xhaka for you today, Robbie.
And he also played very well, especially in the first half. You know what I mean? It was back to the sort of Granit Xhaka that we've been seeing all season.
Picking up good positions, yeah.
Picking up good positions, played really well, very dangerous, and helped out. You know, he's solid in midfield. Like the way they were sort of, you know, getting round the Chelsea players and robbing the ball back. And he was integral to that, so a 7 for him as well.
7 for him as well. Okay, well, Martin Odegaard, the captain, got given the player of the match by Sky today.
I'm giving him a 9, man. 2 goals in the game, bounced back from a poor game last week, and his goals were good as well. He took both goals very well. This guy has got so much ability, honestly. You know what I mean? Don't watch that game last week. We've been watching him all season. He's been excellent. He's a captain, and I thought he took his 2 goals, both of them first-time hits.
Is that frustrating to you? Because he takes a lot. Before, there's a lot of time he holds on to the ball too long. But when he hits it first time, he's scoring goals.
He's got so much ability, it's unbelievable. He's scored a lot of goals this season as well. I'd be surprised if there's many midfielders who scored more goals than him this season. You know, so no, he was superb tonight. 9.
9, your man of the match?
Man of the match for sure, yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's go
Player of the match, we shouldn't say man of the match.
Sorry, player of the match, correct. Politically correct. And let's go to Bukayo Saka out on the right, a player that I wanted to see Reece Nelson in, but Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, he had a mix. He had a lot of the ball in the second half, and it really wasn't one of his better games, really. You know what I mean? He looked. I would have taken him off a bit earlier and given him a bit of rest because we need him for Sunday. To me, regardless of he's been a little off colour recently, he starts against Newcastle. He's essential. But yeah, a little bit not his best game today. But still, when he doesn't have his best game, he's still effective in that he still draws defenders to him. He's still a threat. You know what I mean? But I'll probably give him a 6 today.
Fair. I'm glad we watched the same game. I thought he was going to change and be a bit. I don't know. I thought he was going to. But
6.
Yeah, 6. I think that's it. Let's go to the other wing. Martinelli dropped. We saw Trossard in.
Yep, that's another one I wanted to see, and he did very well. I thought he played well. He's got so much quality on the ball. I give him a 7 as well. Trossard did all right today. Okay. And again, it's who do you play on Sunday, Trossard or Martinelli? I think I would go Martinelli in that game.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I would go Martinelli. The pace, man. I want him running at that Dan Burner. Yeah. But I think it was good. You know what I mean? We've got a lot of strength in depth in that front line. You know what I mean? That you can bring Trossard in and there's no drop off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we need in more positions around the team. Trossard. And do you know the other thing about Trossard? I didn't realise how good this guy was when he was at Brighton. We used to see him and you think, yeah, good player.
But
good player, come to the Emirates, he'd score. You're like, yeah, he looks all right. But honestly, watching him week in, week out, he's quality. Yeah. He really is.
He's done
excellently, yeah.
Okay, let's go to our number 9, Gabriel Jesus, Robbie.
Knocking on the door as well for man in the match. I thought he was good today, man. Got a goal. His hold-up play was superb today. He was always at outlet. If you compared him to Aubameyang, Aubameyang barely touched the ball. Aubameyang, we know, does not have that hold-up play. I think that's the difference. When Aubameyang was at Arsenal, Aubameyang trying to hit a ball in behind, he can run onto it, his finishing's good, you know. But what Jesus can do is he kind of hold it, even though he's not the biggest guy, his hold-up play, the way he harasses defenders and stuff like that, is so much more to his game. He's got a goal today as well. That's 4 in the last 5 games.
He's on 10 goals now.
So he's scoring goals, right? It would have been interesting if he hadn't missed, despite people saying, "Oh, he's not clinical."
He missed some chances.
If he hadn't missed 4 months of the season, not chances he missed. He hadn't missed 4 months of the season. How many would he have got? Would he be knocking on the 20-goal mark for the season? So he was superb tonight. He really was. I'm going to give him an 8.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this question, which I asked in the fan roundup quickly a while because now we finished the 11. Should Arteta have made these changes sooner?
It's which changes are you talking about?
As in, it could have been for Jorginho for Partey, it could have been Kivior for Rob Holding.
I think, listen, I understand the last game's Man City away, right? We're at home today. It's Man City away. You've got to go with what you think is the strongest team, and that is Partey. Partey, you know. And even on Sunday, I don't think I'd start Jorginho. I'd start Partey because, you know, you also got to assess the team you're playing against. He's going to be coming up against guys like Joe Linton, and they're very physical. So, and Jorginho's not the most physical player, but I think well done to him for making those changes tonight. You know what I mean? Because especially I was surprised by the Kivior one.
Yeah.
But I think he made the right changes tonight, and it was positive.
Okay, let's go into the subs. We'll rattle through them. because
Yeah, none of them really had much time.
Kieran Tierney and
you know what I mean, Kieran Tierney, Reece Nelson, who else? Partey. You know, no one had time to do much. It was just standing.
They didn't really
five
affect the
sort of,
game. Yeah, they didn't affect the game too much.
see it
And
out, innit?
that's not against them at all. It just wasn't much minutes. Okay, referee.
I thought the referee today could have
brandished some cards.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But then, my thing with referees is be consistent, right? He was, so he weren't really dishing out cards tonight on either side.
Fair.
I think he only gave one card. So overall, the game flowed. There wasn't really major incidents. I think, you know, referee was okay, even a 7.
Okay, 7. And then the manager today, we spoke about the changes.
Manager, he got it spot on, didn't he? Made the changes, brave to make those changes. We've been under a bit of pressure. The fans have been a bit down over last week. Made the changes, freshened it up a bit, and it worked. Worked, man. We're 3-0 up in the first half. He'd be really angry that we conceded. But he'll be glad that we've got a positive win going into that game against Newcastle. So 9 for him. He got everything right today.
Good score and fair play. Fair play. Got it right. Fans today, Robbie.
And fans, I'm going to give a 10. They were right behind the team today. You know, I know walking up here there'd be a little anxiety, a little, you know, a little disappointment with what's going on. But right from the off, they were right behind the team. You know what I mean? They sang the anthem, you know, North London anthem at the start, really loud. And was right behind the team, and I thought the team felt that. And they were superb again today. You know what I mean? It's big up to the Arsenal fan base, right? 2 days in a row, this stadium's been sold out. I came in for the women's game last night, sell out. The fans are amazing in that game, and then back again tonight, another 60,000. How many other clubs in this country can do that? You know what I mean?
Only big clubs.
Absolutely amazing. Sell it out, women's game on the Monday, and then on the Tuesday, you know what I mean? And then, you know what, big up the groundsman as well. The pitch looked immaculate considering it was
What'd you give him, Robbie? What's score?
He's got a 10 as well. Yeah, I mean, because the pitch was immaculate. So, like, all round, really, really positive. And by the way, commiserations to the women last night. Yeah. It was a great game. I really felt for Wooba Moy right at the end because she's probably one of our best players on the day, and the little mistake at the end, they'll come again. And they were doing brilliantly. When you considering that game, they had like literally all their best players missing. It was an amazing performance. But yeah, we're back on track, man. We're back on track. It's the big one. I feel on Newcastle. I think if we can go to Newcastle and get a win, which is going to be really, really tough because they're a very good side, especially at home. Yeah. I feel that, you know.
Careful here.
No, I'm not saying we can win the league, but I feel that's when we're really putting pressure on City. Nice. Because City will look at that and think, bloody hell, hey, now we really, you know what I mean? That would be putting we have to win that game, and it's going to be really, really tough. And I've got one other thing, one little, I know we're going up there, right? And this probably won't go down well, yeah? But they've got to do something about Newcastle out their stadium there, where they put fans. I've been saying this for years.
It's ridiculous.
Now, it's not just the fact that where they, you know, to walk up there, you have to when you get there, right? But I just feel that in a game like this, it's a bit of an unfair advantage. Now, I understood that in the Premier League, they were going to put all the fans down the bottom, away fans. Yeah. And you see that at every stadium. Yeah. I mean, Old Trafford, you're a little higher up, but that's only because you've got that disabled section in front of it. Cool. But why is it at Newcastle, they're able to literally remove the away... They literally remove the away fans from the game. You are so high up and so far away from what's going on. I think it's wrong. I think the Premier League needs to do something about this, especially now that Newcastle, maybe you could have overlooked it in years gone by, but now Newcastle are becoming a powerhouse. They have to, you know, adhere to those rules. I don't understand how that ground... We'll go there and there'll be 3,500, 4,000 Arsenal fans, but they'll be so high up, so away from the atmosphere, we've got no way of really affecting our players on the pitch atmosphere-wise. And that's the only ground in the Premier League where that happens. And I think something needs to be done. I like Newcastle fans. They're great fans. They're one of the best travelling fans in the country. But when they come here, they're in the bottom tier. Yeah. And part of the atmosphere.
And close to their players.
Like the Chelsea fans were here today, they're part of the atmosphere. Yeah. Why is it when you go to Newcastle, you're like 3 miles up in the stands? I think, you know, it's not an excuse for going there, you know what I mean, but it certainly helps them. You know what I mean? It's a great atmosphere and a very hostile place to go to already. But I think it's a bit of an unfair advantage, and I think it's something now that Newcastle are in the big time and they're going to be They're deservedly in the top 4, and I think, you know, they will be there for years to come because they're building something special there.
But that is something that
but
does need
now
to change.
something has to change with that.
I agree with that.
It's not acceptable that, you know, basically you know, the away fans are removed from the atmosphere of the game.
So if that's the case, every club should do it and then see how,
Yeah.
how the Premier League react to that. But listen, guys, we want to hear from you now. Go on the AFTV Plus app and give us your ratings. You can't rate the Groundsman, unfortunately, but Robbie has 10.
10, you've done a great job 2 days in a row.
Let us know your ratings in the comments on the AFTV Plus app. And don't forget, London is red. It still is. Red. Take care.
Introducing FANZONE.
My friend Elliot from Canada.
Regarding the title discussions, I'm done. I've been done for a while now.
So you've given up? You've given up?
Yeah, I have.
Allows any fan, anywhere you are on the planet, to broadcast live into our shows at the push of a button via our website or app.
I'm tired of hearing about the Europa League like it's silverware. So is the League Cup. So is the Dubai Cup. So is the Community Shield.
Ah, Michael, come on. They're not the same level.
No, I mean it.
Cecile. My guy.
FANZONE on AFTV Plus. You can download it on iOS or the Play Store and have your say. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.